Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Minecraft Faction series, episode 12. Now apologies for no episode last week, that is because I had some work experience pop up, but that is now finished, so now we can continue on to the Minecraft Faction series. The winner of the giveaway will pop up on screen right now. Congratulations dude, you are now the winner and owner of an arcane pickaxe and 2 enchanted charms. Enjoy. You may be wondering why I'm currently at spawn, and well, the bad news is we got raided. I mean, it was about time. That base was up for about, what, 2 months? Maybe a bit more, maybe a little less. But yeah, we got raided. We pretty much lost everything, except for the things that were in our PV. Now, it's not a big loss. I mean, I wouldn't say we had, well, we had a lot. The only thing that I was annoyed that we lost was the undead horse spawners and the creepers, but I mean, they're fairly easy to get back. We just need to make another cactus farm. So I mean, it's not too much of a big deal. It was kind of due to be raided, or we were kind of due to be raided, because it's been up for like 2 months. So this is what the main room looks like, the storage room, I guess we could call it. Yeah, this is what it looks like now. It's totally trashed. They reversed us because we didn't have any reverse layers. It took us a very long time to even get around to do that. But that's probably the only reason we got raided. I mean, they probably would have raided us even with reverse layers, but it probably would have taken them a bit longer, and maybe someone would have been online to maybe stop them. So yeah, they pretty much aimed straight for the creepers. I'm not sure how many they got. They might have blown a few up, but yeah, as far as I know, they're all gone. So I'd assume 200. They got, what was it, 205? I think we had, and they got all the wither. I'm not actually sure if they did get all the wither. I think they might have blown them all up. The only thing that we managed to keep in the whole entire base is the 100 horse spawners that were in that obby box in the corner. Now they did try and go for it, but luckily I went around the edge and just made this thing completely obby, because I knew if we were to get raided, people would try and creeper egg around the edges. Probably should have obbied off a lot of the other spawners, such as the undead, because they were just sitting there. There was no obby around them, so they were easy pickings. So unfortunately we did lose 30 of them from what I know, which would have been around nearly 100 mil just there, seeing as they're 2.5 mil each. I don't know exactly, that was probably over-exaggeration, but I could be close. Okay, so Factions Lord, apologies that this took so long to get, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the items, or the hoppers, as a gift, or to help you out as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the wild, and I'm just going to place down a chest, and then I'll message you privately for the cords, and so that you are hopefully the only one that gets them. Now I want you to put a sign just to let me know that you actually got them, just so I know that no one else has taken them. So I'm just going to find a spot and I'll update you. Okay, I have found the perfect spot to hide this chest, and inside this chest is PvP gear and some hoppers, which is worth 1.2 mil, I believe, so hopefully they can be put to good use. And yeah, if anyone else wants a bit of a help, or a bit of a helping hand on Zombie Realm or whatever, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Okay, so now that we've been raided, we now need to build a new base. We could still use this base. All we have to do is just patch up this and rebuild the interior, but I don't think we will, because we've been found, and once we start gaining F-top, we're just going to be constantly raided and pested, and I don't think there's going to be anyone online when that happens, because they probably figured out our time zones and will be able to raid us on our downtimes. So I think we're just going to have to relocate. Now, I really don't think a 3x3 base is going to be practical for us, seeing as there is like 2 or 3 people that are on. So I reckon either stay with a 2x2 or maybe even go down to a 1. but we'll see, because I'll have to talk to the members about that, but I just don't think a 3x3 is going to be really sufficient enough for us, because yeah, we're struggling enough as it is. Bloody hell. So yeah, but what I'm going to do is the money that I've got on myself and my alt, which is what I saved, I think, to buy spawners or something. I can't remember, it's been a while. But what I'm going to do with my money is I'm going to buy some armor, so like prop 5 and stuff. Now I was looking before, there was the chest plate and a helmet. I don't think there was anything else, and they are fairly cheap, so I might actually buy them and start getting myself a prop 5 set, just because I've never had one and I think it's time to get some. And seeing as it's fairly cheap as well, I reckon it's very, very good to get. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out this and slowly but surely start adding a divine set to there. Now we just need boots, leggings and boots, and maybe even a divine sword. Actually, I'm not even sure if there would be a divine sword on AH. Nope, definitely not. Now, I actually did see one before, last week. It was 8 mil. I was going to buy it, but I thought, well, that's pretty much all my money. And it had tracking on it, and I kind of want to put my own on it, so that I don't have someone else's stats on it and all that. Okay, so now we need to find a new base, so we have to find a good location to use that will hopefully not be found for another 2 months, maybe even 3, or until the end of the map. Who knows? But yeah, so I'm just going to find a location, see what it is. I want to try and get a fairly flat area, just so we don't have to spend hours upon hours clearing land. But I mean, if we have to, I guess we have to. Or we could save up some TNT and clear it with using TNT, which is a very fun method, but it is very expensive, especially when you don't have a source of gunpowder. And considering I sold most of the gunpowder, I didn't really make TNT, and we did have TNT enough for probably one raid, which I feel like is what we should do more often, because I feel like in the previous maps we stocked up on TNT to the point where we had like maybe 200 dubs, which is a lot of TNT, and we never used it, so when we got raided we basically gave that faction more than enough to fill that cannon probably another 70 times. So I feel like if we just make enough TNT that will be enough to raid a base, then we can slowly build it back up again when we find a new base. But yeah, so that's why I sold most of it, and we did have like 11 or so dubs, which was probably more than enough to fill that one cannon. But yeah, so now that we don't have any TNT, we're probably going to have to mine it, which probably won't be too bad, especially with the silverfish masks and haste. So yeah, but it would be nice to get some flat. Okay, so the new base has been found. I'm not going to show it on camera just in case some people have been there and they may find it. But yeah, I found the new base location. I don't know when we're going to start building up on it. Hopefully soon, because I want to start making some money and getting our F-top back up. Now for those who were wondering what texture pack I use the HaydensPack. Now unfortunately I don't have the download link, because I downloaded this a while ago. But it's the HaydensPack 1.8 transparent. I have the regular one, which I'll chuck on. The only difference between the two is instead of having the solid GPU with GPI, it's basically solid. Now, everything else is the same. It's just the interface. So instead of it being transparent, it's solid, so everything else looks the same. It's just the bottom part and all that. And when looking in chests, so let's see if we can find a chest. And yeah, so yeah, it's just basically not transparent. I don't have the download link. If I can find it, I'll put it in the description. But if not, then I guess try and search for it. I mean, it's not very helpful, but yeah, I downloaded that a while ago, so I have no idea. I can't even find it myself, so I'll try and find it, but if I can't, then I'm sorry. Unfortunately, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of today's episode. Sorry if it was a very short one, but there's not a whole lot you can do when you've just been raided. Now, hopefully the base can be built reasonably quickly, maybe in the first or next 2-3 episodes. So yeah, hopefully if you enjoyed, leave a like. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes on this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode.